Coffee Chat. I'm here with actress and TV host Alissa Tyler. Hi, Alissa. How are you?
Hello. Thanks so much for
It's so
having
good
me.
to see you. I'm so excited you're here. And Alyssa's treating us. She's outside in Sedona, so we get like a really nice view for our coffee chat today.
I've got
I'm
a
here.
little bit of a choppy video going, choppy audio right now, but I think I can understand what's going on. Apologize for that.
Oh, no worries. You're outside, so it's bound to happen. So what's new with you? Have you been doing a lot of TV stuff lately? Have you been doing some hosting, I understand? Oh, you're back.
There it goes. Boom. Boom.
You froze. You're back. So what have you been doing up to? What have you been up to lately?
Well, I just got a brand new Honda Rebel 300 motorcycle.
That's awesome.
I am absolutely obsessed with cars, which led to an absolute obsession with motorcycles. Easy to transition over. Do you ride at all?
I had a motorcycle license and I didn't end up going for my M2, so I don't have it anymore. And in Ontario, we have graduated licensing. So if you don't go for like the next step, then your thing expires. So yeah, I should really go get it back. But I had one as a teenager because you could actually drive a motorcycle before you could drive a car on your own. Because with
Really?
M1, yeah, because with the G1, you have to drive with like a fully licensed driver for a car. With your M1, a motorcycle license, because it's a motorcycle, you can drive on your own. So my dad bought me a Yamaha 600 when I was, I think, 16, so that I could get around, without having to like have somebody with me in a car.
Oh my gosh, your dad is the coolest.
Yeah, so I ended up unfortunately letting it expire. But yeah, I did at one point.
That is so cool. Oh my gosh, I love that. Well, I love that you ride, and I love that your dad is such a badass and supportive of you, so you can get your transportation on.
Right.
So this is gonna be cool. I'm gonna take you for a ride on the Rebel in a second, but I wanted to show you. It's such a beautiful day today in Arizona, and I'm in Sedona, Arizona, which is just world renowned and gorgeous. We get everywhere from 3 million to 8 million worldwide visitors a year for this very reason. You're looking at it.
That's so cool that you live there, and it's so gorgeous. Yeah. It's such a treat to live in a place like that. It's like vacationing all the time, right?
I guess you could call it that. Maybe that's why I'm attracted to resort towns my whole life.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So what part of Sedona are you in right now?
Well, there are a couple of different sections of town that are all kind of grouped into Sedona. This area is pretty much, I'm by the airport. There's a tiny little airport for like private planes up here, and that's right up there. So this is the airport Mesa, they call it. And it's technically West Sedona, I think. So there's West Sedona, and then there's Uptown Sedona, which is where all the touristy shops are. And then there's the village of Oak Creek, which is driving distance, but that's also considered Sedona. And they're filled with these gorgeous rock formations. We're known for the red rocks. So anywhere you go in Sedona, it looks like Mars or something.
Mars. Mars on Earth. Cool.
It's Mars right here on Earth. Yes. Red mountains.
But that's what they talk about in those country songs, right? When they're talking about like red dirt roads and stuff, right?
That's right.
So
they're talking about
that's awesome. So have you been doing any like acting or hosting lately too?
I am on backstage.com and I like to dabble still. I was in indie film like 1.5 million years ago about waiting tables, and that was a lot of fun. My background is mostly TV hosting, production, and even casting. So it's kind of like always around me. I hosted a TV show called Cars from a Woman's Perspective, which is an automotive review show, and that aired in 3 different states to like 3 million households on Comcast. And I still do that every once in a while. But I really am transitioning more into motorcycles, and I want to include this in my life as much as possible. So I think I'm going to start a new YouTube channel and just make it all about adventures on my Honda Rebel.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
somebody's asking, they saw the chick fight. What bike did you have in the chick fight?
What was that? Oh, on the chick fight. What bike?
Somebody's asking what bike you had in the chick fight.
Oh my gosh. That was my gorgeous blue Eliminator. It's a Kawasaki Eliminator 125 engine. That was my starter bike. I still have it. It's just in the shop, and to be quite honest, it's been in the shop since I've had it. And it's the bike that I learned on in motorcycle school. So I went and found one that would allow me to ride on that. And it's just like the parts for it are impossible to find. And I need a new carburetor, which is like the heartbeat of the motorcycle, So it's been in the shop, and I got tired of waiting. So I just got a new Honda.
That's awesome. So have you been like doing a lot of rides with your new bike? Like really really taking it out, testing it out? Yeah. Putting it through the gears.
You're like, what are we back roading? Like, what's going on? Yeah, I have it parked down in a proper parking lot.
Okay.
And I wanted to surprise you with not only this amazing view, because I wanted to guarantee that I could give you a view being here.
Yeah.
But I do something else besides acting. The last acting I did was a couple of months ago for a PSA in Glenwood Canyon, Arizona. It was like public safety announcement. It was all about having the proper gear when you go hiking outside, because you could hurt yourself, That was really fun. I have some of the pictures of that shoot on my Instagram, but there's something else I do that I don't know if you knew about me that I wanted to surprise you with and give you a little gift. So here we go. She's like, what is it? Oh my God. So I don't know, equal parts maybe. Oh, there's a raven. Hey, buddy. Can you get this? Can you see it?
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Oh my God. Right as I'm explaining this, that is so Sedona. I'm like equal parts spiritual minded and like physical minded. Like I love visceral physical things. I love cars and motorcycles and exciting stuff. But that's not all I am,
Okay. Yeah.
The other side of me is really into being alive and tapping into myself and like this gorgeous freaking view and like what is the bigger picture in life. So I offer this fun little service. I don't know if you've heard of intuitive card readings with like tarot cards and stuff. I took a spin on that, and I do intuitive car readings with Hot Wheels cars.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Well, I'm glad you like it, because I'm going to give you one.
Oh, cool.
You're going to see how this goes. It's hard to explain. Okay. You just have to experience it. And then we're going to go for a ride.
Cool.
So I have these little homemade medicine pouches, right?
Okay.
You're going to pick one. Each one has a Hot Wheels in it that you can't see right now, but you're going to pick one, and it's going to be like an intuitive message for you. I'm going to tell you what this car, it has a message for you. So here's package 1, here's package 2, and here's package 3. Which one?
I'm really attached to number 3s, so I'm going to go with 3. Yeah. It's funny because there's actually 3 people currently live watching this moment, so that makes sense.
There's one for each of all of us. Okay. That's awesome. All right, number 3. Your car is dun dun dun. The Ford Performance Raptor.
Oh, cool. That makes sense. I have Raptors here in Toronto, the Toronto Raptors.
Oh my God. That does make sense. This is the 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor. You picked this intuitively, and that means that this car has a message for you today.
Okay.
What it means is, if you look at it here, I just read the car and I read like what the message of the car is all about. It says Ford Performance big, bold letters, which means that Jen Gardiner is all about top quality performance.
Aww.
This car, it's so freaking true. This is all-wheel drive. It is a badass vehicle. This vehicle has its own power plant, believe it or not.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah, so it's extremely exclusive and serious in that sense, where it has its own area of being built. And I think that's pretty poignant. It like aesthetically speaking, it's white, which is a very pure color. There's a lot of purity around this vehicle, which
I'm wearing white.
yeah, and this kind of stuff happens all the time. I love it. You're wearing white, so yeah, it's a very clean and like honest color.
Okay.
There's bright white, pure white, think like the whole symbolism of white. This one has painted little badass kind of marks on it. Like they're not real cracks. They're fake painted cracks, kind of like when you get like a scar and then it heals. And so this car comes and shows you that you're all about being badass and performance and hauling. You have the capability to haul heavy loads.
Cool.
Whether that's mentally, or you could put like your mountain bike in the back of here. You can put anything you want back here and like take it with you in life and go. Now under the hood, this one has 450 horsepower. It's a V6 with like 3.5 liters. So it's a really serious engine.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, I like to do this because it's like the message of the day. Jen Gardiner, amazing off-road capabilities. You know what I'm going to do?
I'm not stuck in the box. I'm like beating to my own drum.
You got it right. You got it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mail you this car
as a gift.
Nice. Thank you. And I'm going to include some Sedona Red Rocks.
That's amazing. That is
drive over it.
That's so cool. Thank you so much, Alissa. That was so nice.
You're welcome.
That was definitely a surprise. It is fun. That's really cool. We should do this more often.
Don't forget you're a badass, okay? Yeah.
I won't. I promise. I will just replay this every single time I need a reminder.
I love it.
So you do those you do this a lot for people, or is it just something that you've started?
It's something I started maybe a year or so ago. We used to do full moon ceremonies around town with a shaman, and my husband is a yoga teacher and a meditator, and we would like give people these, we called it material, which is like a mix of spiritual and material. And just because there's so much woo-woo out here, it's like the moon and the stars, like there's so much of it. I'm like, you know what, that's not, you can be spiritual and physical. So it's something I just kind of made up. Yeah.
Yeah. I took a course from Jim Fortin. I don't know if you know Jim Fortin. He does like, he lives in Sedona and his brother's actually a shaman. And he does a transformational coaching program for mindset. So I took his program last year. Yeah. So he also has a podcast, the Transform Your Life podcast by Jim Fortin. So you'd probably really like his stuff because he's very into all that stuff because he's been taught by his shaman brother for like decades. So, or shaman brother-in-law, sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'll definitely look him up.
Yeah, for sure. Yay. So, so you've been doing acting, you've been doing hosting, you've got a bike. Is there anything else that you've been up to lately? Or you've just been enjoying the weather?
Yeah, enjoying this gorgeous weather. I have a part-time job in town at a leather shop. And I've been learning a little bit of amateur leather making. So
that's awesome. That's a really good skill to have.
Yeah.
You never know when you're going to need that.
Oh man, I know, right? Just like make a bag. There's a lot of work to it, and I have a lot to learn still, but it's just something fun. Like I like getting my hands dirty.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you're keeping yourself busy for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to change it up a lot. keep it interesting.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. I feel like I can't just stick with well, I have like one things, but I have like 5 one things, right? So like I switch between them. For those of you that don't know, Alissa and I met actually in an acting class. Alissa was so kind to be my reader for classes. So
it was super fun.
Yeah, I miss having you in class. But
I
yeah,
really enjoyed working with you.
Yeah, and then Alissa also hopped in. So we put on a virtual chick fight. When was it? Was it March or April?
I think it was March.
Yeah, I think it was around March. You can find it on my YouTube channel or on our Instagram pages. Links are below on YouTube. But it was so fun. It was a group of 18 ladies, and we all filmed our scenes separately. Alissa did one, of course, with her motorcycle, and we put it all together into this, like, I think it's like almost 5 minutes. So it's this 5-minute virtual chick fight with these 18 different ladies. So if you haven't seen it, highly recommend checking it out. And you can see Alyssa's previous bike to the one that we're going to be taking a ride on today.
That's right. My first starter bike. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I have no cars at the moment, but I have 2 motorcycles.
Yeah. Okay. That is funny. But what if it rains? Do you still go out in the rain?
My husband's got a minivan that I poach sometimes.
Okay. As long as you have like something for the rain, because like bikes so not good in the rain. My brother took over my Yamaha 600 when we were teenagers, when I stopped driving it and got my car. And he would actually drive it in the wintertime, and he'd be like going through like country towns, and the police started to get to know him. They're like, "Mr. Scott, get in here." And then they'd be like giving him like a lecture on driving his motorcycle in the winter.
Oh my gosh.
And there was like times he'd be like riding. Yeah, he'd be riding in the rain. I still have a picture of him. He's got like shopping bags over his boots for riding in the rain on his motorcycle so his feet wouldn't get wet. It's actually pretty hilarious. So I was just wondering, how do you deal with that?
That's a really good question. Boys. I never had brothers. Sometimes I wish I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have yet to ride in the rain, if you can believe it.
Okay. So you don't get a lot of, do you not get a lot of rain there?
We get a lot. We get monsoon season, which is scary because there can be flash floods. It can be kind of dangerous and weird. But
that is scary.
Oh, yeah, it's like you got to watch out. But we have fair enough warning when that happens. So I pay attention to the weather, and I just don't really go out during those times. And if it snows here, it's literally gone by noon the next day.
That's crazy. Please send that here.
Right.
We get like 6 months of snow later. I'm like, can you just go away? Like my little guy, my 5-year-old, I had to put his winter jacket on this week because it's getting so cold already.
Yes, I could imagine. Oh my gosh.
I envy you.
Well, okay, I will say the move here is coming from experience because when I was growing up, I spent a lot of winters in Vermont, which was cold. Mm-hmm. And I also lived in Colorado for like 15 years. Part of it being Breckenridge. So
yeah, Colorado, they get some pretty interesting winters. Yeah,
it's legit. The skiing is awesome, but holy cold.
Yeah, holy, like I don't want to go outside cold.
I didn't own like a down jacket until I moved to Breckenridge.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a necessity. Filming on set here in the winter, I actually had a snowmobile suit on over top of my costume on set. It was so cold the one day. I was like freezing my butt off.
Oh my gosh. Was it like the onesie?
Yeah, it was the onesie. So I would like throw it on over my stuff. Yeah, it was pretty hilarious. But I was warm. But it was like minus 20 on set that day, minus 20 Celsius. I've seen it go down to like minus 30. Minus 35 with the wind chill Celsius. Yeah, it gets pretty cold.
Oh my gosh, you're such a rock star.
Yeah. Our average temperature, like our average temperature is like -8, -10, like our average days in the winter. It's only on like some days that it goes down like really, really cold. And if it goes down too cold, then the school gets canceled. So
wow. I've heard of snow days, but never cold days.
Yeah, because the wind chill, it's like it's a cold warning. It can kill people, right? So yeah,
gosh, that's severe. Wow.
Yeah. So they don't want kids outside in that temperature, so they want to keep them all home.
Oh my gosh, safety first, man.
Right.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
So is that movie that you were in where you had to put on your snowsuit just to stay warm in between takes? Is that movie out yet?
It was TV. No, so that's the so not the Taste of Blood. No, I'm mixed up here. That's the Chronicles of Blood. Two blood things. So the Chronicles of Blood comes out in 2022. It's a TV series. It'll be on all like the streaming channels and stuff. So yeah, it's not out yet. It's coming, but yeah, that was I was filming outside in like a sleeveless type dress, doing like a fight scene. So I'd have to like be rolling in the snow too. So then I would like go throw that on in between takes to stay warm because it was like really windy that day too. So
badass, totally badass.
It took about 3 hours for my butt to defrost on the way home with the heated seat.
Oh yeah, I bet. Putting my backpack on, but
yeah, Alyssa's gonna take us for a bit of a tour through Sedona.
Yes, I'm gonna take you off my tripod here.
We're going for a bit of a ride, people.
We're gonna walk down. I have to disassemble my tripod while I'm on the phone.
Oh, no worries.
Interesting.
So I've put Alyssa's links below this video too. I'm just flashing them across the screen too. You can follow her on YouTube as well as Instagram.
Woohoo! Thank you.
You're welcome. This is so neat. This is a first for Coffee Chat. So
where you do a live like outside?
Yeah, well, the live and a ride on a motorcycle, like what are we like 30 close to 40 episodes later, it's first ride on a motorcycle. First outside.
I'm so honored. This is great. I couldn't imagine doing anything else. I was like, well, I have to show you my town. I have to show you my bike.
Of course.
I'm like a little kid. Do you want to see my toys? Oh my god, Jen, do you want to see my toys?
Yes.
Yes. I'm like, I'm gonna give you a reading and we're gonna go on a motorcycle. See, I never grew up.
Growing up is overrated sometimes. So you still have to have fun no matter what age you are.
Yeah, amen to that. Amen to that. Okay, before we head out, and this is a really gorgeous walk too. I'm gonna see if I can.
Yeah, it's beautiful around you.
Get out of the way and just show you.
It's so pretty.
It's pretty. So now we're gonna go. I got my helmet with me. I'm like the only person out here. Check out. I'm in full gear, man. And I'm walking.
That's awesome.
Walking on these rocks. People are like, this is not hiking gear, ma'am. I think it's funny that I'm doing this, and the last shoot I did was a PSA on hiking safety.
Just don't watch our Coffee Chat.
Yeah, it was in Utah. It was really fun.
That's very funny and ironic.
It's very ironic. Luckily, I have a lot of experience hiking. And this is a very short hike here. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're getting comments. Amazing place. That looks like a John Wayne film.
They filmed a lot of John Waynes out here.
Oh, did they? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So this tree, see how he's kind of twisty?
Yeah.
That is very descriptive of the vortex energy that we have here in Sedona. I don't know if you've ever heard of vortexes.
Yeah.
They're very spiritual things. It's like, basically, they had scientists come out here with, I don't know what to call them, seismograph machines that measure frequency and stuff. And they said that there are just a ton of vortexes out in Sedona.
Yeah.
Super high frequency. That's what you call it. But anyway, those trees are twisted because of the spirally vortex energy.
Yeah. That's really neat. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm very interested in that stuff. Jim's he did a couple of lives during that training where he brought in a lot of the teachings from his brother-in-law, which is really cool, and talked about some of the stuff that's happened. Like they got to be in some of the temples on their own over in like Egypt and stuff. So,
whoa,
was it Egypt? Oh, was it Egypt? Was it Mexico? Don't quote me on that. It was one of the two. I think maybe it was Mexico. I'm thinking it was Mexico. I apologize, Jim, if I got it wrong. I'm thinking it's Mexico just because of the shaman. But yeah.
Oh.
I'll have to look it up and send it to you. I have it written down.
Here's where we are. Yes, please do. This big old mountain right here is called Thunder Mountain.
Oh, cool.
And they say that Thunder Mountain, that is the actual Thunder Mountain that Walt Disney was inspired by to create Thunder Mountain. Oops, I'm going the wrong way, I think. To create Disney's Thunder Mountain.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm going the right way.
Yeah, don't get lost.
Yeah, I've never done this with a phone in my hands.
At least we're here with you. If you get lost, be like, okay, Alissa, tell us where you are. We will Google it.
Luckily, the road is right there, too. I can share my location.
Yeah, this is the beginning of a horror movie where like Alyssa's like talking to us and all of a sudden something happens.
What would come down in Sedona? What would come down and eat me alive? Let's see.
Birds?
Killer ravens.
Yeah. Alfred Hitchcock. Here we go.
Yeah. Okay, so now my wheels are turning, and that would be awesome, and we totally have to create that screenplay.
Yeah, like this is the 2021 version, people. We're remaking it right now.
Come on. It's got to have motorcycles, killer birds.
Right, exactly. If you're just joining us, we are rambling while Alissa is walking through basically the desert, but yes.
This is what I think of when I'm hiking.
Exactly. We think of killer birds while we're hiking. Yeah, we don't like to relax.
No.
It's totally fine. So for those of you just joining us, actually, she's walking through Sedona. And she's about to take us for a ride on her motorcycle. And if you're watching the replay, you've already seen everything, so I don't need to catch you up. So
love it. Love it.
I can't wait to hike here.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, are there lots of like killer things that you have to watch out for, like snakes and spiders and stuff, or is it like pretty? Yeah.
Yes, we do have snakes. Yes. There's black widow spiders. There's something called javelina, which are wild pigs.
You have to watch out for pigs.
Yeah. But oh my God, Jen, the babies are so cute.
I can imagine the babies are cute. I don't want to meet Mama now.
No, you don't. No, they don't really attack people. They only get mad if you get too close to them. The only way that I know that they're around is because they smell really bad. Okay.
Yeah. So they're like the standard mom. They're protecting their babies, basically. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh my God, here I am. Gotta show you my bike.
So, yeah, I was worried that these pigs just like charge out and attack you.
Yeah. Oh, we have mountain lions.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, the mountain lions are worse. But no, the wild pigs, they don't really attack you.
So listen, you want me to visit Sedona? You've got black widows and snakes and pigs that charge at you and mountain lions.
We can ride away really fast.
Right. Okay.
I'll keep you safe, Jen. Don't worry.
Okay. Whew, I was worried.
See if I can. It's hard to do. There we go.
That's awesome. It's a nice looking bike.
Yes. Oh my God, I love it. I love it so much. So, yeah, I don't think I can flip my camera around. Otherwise, I would, you guys. Sorry. But, yeah. So
I don't think there's an option in this app.
I
will suggest that to Restream because they have like suggestion things Yeah, because they're still working on new features. So, yeah.
You just be like, look, some of my guests and my audience members, man, they're so high maintenance. They want to take me around town.
We just need a flippable, like, we just a button like Instagram that just like flips the camera.
Yeah, that's all. Come on.
Yeah.
So this is my Honda Rebel 300 that I got from Go AZ in Scottsdale, Arizona. Absolutely amazing company. You know better than anyone, Jen. Like, when you go to buy a car, when you go to buy a bike, it's all about the customer service, man.
Oh yeah.
Because we can go anywhere. You can buy stuff online these days. Like, you don't owe people anything when you walk into a dealership. So it's all about customer service. And these guys are so freaking friendly, and it made all the difference. And that's why I bought with them. So
that's awesome.
Love them. I went with the 300 because I test drove the 500, the Honda Rebel 500. And just personally going from, I don't know if you can relate to this because you're a little bit more of a badass than me, but going from a 125 to a 500 was like, it felt a little inauthentic for what I was comfortable with.
Okay. Yeah.
So I actually didn't get to test drive this until I was about to buy it, but based on the 500 alone, I immediately loved it. I was like, I just want a smaller engine. So all I do is ride around town. It's a commuter bike. I don't get on the highway.
No, you don't need a bigger one.
I'm not even interested in getting on the highway if I had a 900. It's not fun for me.
Yeah.
So,
plus, it's a lot to maneuver.
Other cars, like semi trucks. It's not fun for me.
No, thank you.
Motorcycle riding is all about freedom, and as you know, you have to be extremely aware at all times when you're on a motorcycle.
Not for sure, because there's nothing between you and the road. Yeah.
Boom. Such a different mindset when you're on the bike.
Yeah.
So.
And you have to watch it. So, like, sometimes it's not even your error, right? Like, a lot of times motorcycle accidents are caused by other drivers' errors because they don't see like a bike coming in, and like they turn and they hit, and it's dangerous. So
you have to have your wits about you at all times. And honestly, I think riding a motorcycle makes everybody a better driver. You start to see bikers. I have this new mount on my bike, this great Ram mount.
Cool.
And I've just started recording all my rides from being in shock of how people will cut off motorcycle riders. It's insane.
Okay.
So it's like, you got to educate yourself. And then that helps educate other drivers too. I feel like if you're posting it online and being like, by the way, this kind of shit happens. So this is not black, if you can believe it or not. This is actually called matte metallic gray.
Okay, so it's like a really dark gray. Yeah,
it's like a dark gray. I think it's hilarious because one of the things I like is high visibility, and this is like totally not high visibility, but it was the only color that they had available immediately. So I said, I'll take it.
Okay. It goes with everything, like no matter what outfit you wear. So
I love it. Yes, it goes with everything. It looks great. It's totally badass. So just to give you a quick tour of what I've got going on here.
Okay.
This is a single cylinder 4-stroke engine. It's just 300 cc, so that's all you really need. I don't need a twin turbo or anything like that. This motorcycle has what'd you say? You said,
why not?
Wait till we go for a ride. That's why not.
Okay.
This is a liquid cooled radiator, which my other bike does not even have a radiator, so that's amazing. So it helps cool it down, keep it, because it can get hot. So the clutch is considered, I don't know if you knew this, but there's 2 types of clutches. There's a wet clutch and a dry clutch.
Okay.
And this one's called a wet clutch because it is covered in oil, which makes clutching smoother. If you've ever been at a red light and the motorcycle next to you is like making a lot of noise and sounds like it's about to fall apart, that's a dry clutch.
Okay.
This one has a wet clutch shifter, and it's a 6-speed.
Okay.
What else can I tell you about it? Hydraulic brakes. Oh, okay. It's got ABS.
Okay.
It's got, this version has ABS. I went for that. It's my first bike that has that. And so far, I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like ABS is like a blessing and a curse.
I know. Well said. Yeah.
Like, it's helpful sometimes, but other times it's like, seriously, can you just like let me drive?
I am going to unlock. Where are we going here? Here we are. This.
I more so experience ABS in like the winter.
Yeah, it's really good in the winter. I mean,
yeah.
I haven't had to use it yet, thank God.
Yeah.
On my motorcycle, but
yeah,
I'm excited for it. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I find it's really annoying when you're like skidding across ice and you just want to brake yourself and it's kicking in. It's like, okay, stop kicking in. I've got this.
Stop it.
Yeah, it's more of annoying at that point because it's like I would do better with if you would just like stop.
Did I just lose my video?
No, I can still see you. It just blacked out for a second. Yeah.
Oh, it's still black on my end, so I can't see what you see.
I can see. I see sky and I see the top of your head. And I see your hand now.
Oh, okay. All right, let's see. Let's see if I'm gonna put my gear on. There, maybe that's better. Okay. I'm gonna put my Bell helmet on and I'm gonna take you for a little ride.
Cool.
So the last time you were on a motorcycle was that bike you were talking about?
Yeah, so a long time ago. I was 16. So I'm turning 38 in March. Uh-oh, we lost her. Oh, no. We lost her. Maybe she'll come back in. Hello, everyone. While we're waiting. Oh, she's back. Oh, you can...
So here we go. We're about to start.
Okay.
You get to hear the end.
It's all about making the tech issues work.
It'll be a little hard for me to hear you, but I'm going to take you for a ride through town.
Okay, sounds good. That's awesome.
Were you able to see any of that?
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. Thank you so much for doing that.